Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. And today I'm going to share with you the Sentis AI. And recently I've been exploring the Unity Sentis AI, and I find out there are a lot of interesting stuff to work. Kind of like what my goal is to start demonstrate some Sentis AI, and also trying to work with the entire. Give me a sec. So my goal is to make sure that the Sentis AI and the can kind of work kind of like a testing for Sentis AI. And later on, what I will do is to import like a Hugging Face into Sentis Unity, Unity Sentis. And later on, what my goal is to integrate AI. It's called Spatial AI, SPAI, and later on integrate inside different fields, such as, for example, recently I saw there are some cooking recipes on Hugging Face. So what I'm thinking is that maybe there's a way for AI and XR and integrate with other fields problems. And pretty soon I will start launching a series of kind of invite some other industry leaders, such as starting with healthcare, and then see if how we can use AI and XR, AI plus spatial computing or XR, whatever you like to call, and I kind of combine it and make it. I mean, that term has been already exists for a while, but it's called spatial AI, SPAI. Integrate those two into different fields. So that's the goal. So let's start, because for me, I think XR, there are a lot of really great XR tutorials out there. And yeah, I mean, I believe people who watch it already know a lot about XR in Unity. And what I can do is kind of combine XR and AI, and also later on see what types of problem in different industries, and we probably can create a quick small demos to show like, oh, actually spatial AI can solve problems. Okay, so let's start today. And today what I'm going to show you is a little bit that there are some industry knowledge required. So I put my notes because today I'm going to share with you the 14 folding prediction using Unity Sentis AI. Okay, so let's start today. So what I want to share with you is support us on Patreon. Yeah, you can get the Zoom link and also get the source code if you like it. And also for spatial design, recently I published a book. Right now we have Kindle, hardcover, and paper book. So if you are interested in learning what spatial AI, and we got like a really nice person to give us like some reviews, and you can take a look of like 10 different principles, and also in spatial design. So this is a really handy tool books for people. Okay, so let's start it. And by the way, today is just me. So as for moderation, if you have any questions, I might not be able to help you right away. But if you support us on Patreon, you can get a Zoom link. So you can just ask me right away. So this is also the benefits of supporting us. Okay, so today what I'm going to share with you is this demo. This demo, you can find it on Unity GitHub file. So you just type protein folding sample, Unity GitHub. You probably can get that file. I will share all the links on our Patreon. So, but you can definitely Google it and find everything through Google. So, if you download this Unity GitHub file, you can see there are 0 to 9 different types of set of protein. I study those. It's called amino acid. So amino acid is a types of I would say protein, molecular types of different series. Amino acids like a building blocks and building the protein. So we will have 0 to 9, which we will have 10 different sets of the streams of amino acid. And the thing about it is, okay, I need to take a look of my cheat sheet. Okay, so the protein are large molecules that perform many vital functions within an organism. So organism. Okay, so organism. Okay, so if you see this is a big molecule, right? So what deep, it's called deep mice alpha fold. It's called AlphaFold in one of the DeepMind project. So what they are doing is there are a lot of like amino acid. So if you see down here, those are amino acid, right? 72. So if you go here, if you press 1, it has different types of amino acid sequence. So for example, 249. So those are different building blocks. So 0 to 9, it means that there are 10 different sets. So it's the same sets, right? It's the same, you see 72, it's all 72. And what it do is that it will predict different types of foldings. And why we care about this, I find out that if the folding was misfolding, which means that the folding was not correct for our protein, right? In DNA is like the instructions to tell proteins to construct our body. So if there's any misfolding, potentially misfolding, then people might get disease like Alzheimer or some other disease. So this is very important for science, such as medical and biology, those combine. So by understanding the potential folding opportunities, scientists or pharmaceutical people might be able to kind of predict or understand different types of folding. And yeah, I mean, it's my background is not biology. I read all the kind of like Wikipedia and also some DeepMind videos and YouTube videos, trying to figure out what's going on. So this is very important. So for example, like if you click it, right, 0, it's 72, right? Like amino acids, like a Lego blocks. There are 72, and there are unlimited. It's not really unlimited. It's 3 power 300, something like that. Yeah, it's called the Levethl paradox. Levethl paradox is that every amino acid has a different opportunities to fall into a wide range of different degrees. So this AI, since if you wanna do all the possibilities, it takes like hundreds of thousands of years to just let all the computers run. So by using AI model, it allows us to save time and see the potential fold. So for example, like last night I was trying to see like what different opportunities. So you see like even 0, even there are 72, there are some other interesting different ways of folding things. So those are different 10 sets of amino acid sequence, and using AI to predict the potential folding opportunity. Okay, so protein folding is a physical process in which a protein changes from an unstable random coil to a more ordered three-dimensional structure. Okay, so the way that protein will unfold is vital to how it will interact and behave. Therefore, being able to predict the final 3D structure is extremely important in many fields of biology and medicine. So by doing this, you can see this is like a distance. It has like a two arrays, right? Because TensorFlow is an array. So those are the distant arrays, right? So it will map out to a matrix, and that matrix will leading up to line, and the line will start being, being a 3D and with all the colors. And all the colors was on the one of the website that has all the definitions of different amino acids should color in different ways. So, and if you see like why there's like a loose number, this loose number, if the loose number is smaller, it means that it's closer to the right answer. So, for example, like a 1, right? Because those are like 0 to 9, those are different amino acid sequence. And if you see the number, if the number goes up, like a 28, 27, it means that they are trying to start getting closer to the final answer. So if the number goes to around 0 or 1 or 2, it means that it's the final. It's like very closer and it's the right answer. But if you see this lows has a very high number, it means that it still has potentially some opportunities to make it right. So you see the number keep going down, it means that AI keep running it and make sure that close to the reality. So you see like the number keep going down, it means that it closer to the real final folding. Yeah, so the number keep going down. Okay, so today, this is something that I wanna share with you, and and the step 1 is loading the assets. So for example, we got the entire projects, right? So I wanna share with you the entire projects. Okay, so how can I share with you? Maybe I put here to here. Okay, if you message me right now or if you ping, because I'm focused on sharing, so I might maybe at some point at the end, I will check the chat. Otherwise, I have to focus because there's no moderator today. Okay, so okay, so if you see this entire thing, right? So you can see we are importing amino. Okay, so let me see. If you are interested in seeing amino acids, okay, so this is the median that I've been reading. Okay, so what's this? This is called protein folding visualization in Unity. So Unity is a very powerful 3D software that can be used outside of the scope of video games, of course. But according to my understanding, more than 60% of Quest Store app are games. And there are a lot of potential for non-game sectors to grow. So that's what I am about to do, is to use Unity Spatial AI to solve the industry problems. So I will have a series of AI, XR, or spatial computing, or spatial AI, whatever you like to call those two combination, using the future of computer power, computer vision, AI, whatever thing you like to call, and solve the industry problem. Okay, so this is one of it. In order to do this, we need to understand the context of why we do this, right? So the context is that the protein folding prediction. Yeah, protein, right? And then protein folding, right? And this median will be preserved in the Patreon, but you can always, Google the header, right? Yeah, and you can get it if you kind of just wanna get all the resource without even Google it. You can support us on Patreon, and also you can get the Zoom link. Anyway, so yeah, it's very, very important for the pharmaceutical people or bioengineer, biology engineer, and yeah, scientists to understand. And this will help us to break through the biology and medicine field. And there's something very interesting because there are a large degree of freedom how that amino acids to fold with each other. And let's take a look of Levethyl paradox. So Levethyl paradox is about 300, 3 power 300. Yeah, so it's a huge number. No matter this or this, it seems like there are a lot of different numbers online, but you can take a look which one you are trying to believe. It's a huge number, and it takes very, very long time to put all the potential structures there. So that's why it's very important to understand how Unity can help out. And the great thing is that, let me give you this thing. Okay, AlphaFold, Google DeepMind, they create the potential using PyTorch to do this types of TensorFlow, right? They have like a PyTorch and TensorFlow. Pretty much they are kind of the same thing. They are array, but PyTorch is more like more popular for people to use. But you can see that the molecular, right? So I can tell you, my background is design. So if I explain something that according to my understanding. So those distances are very important because amino acids that have like a degree of freedom and they follow kind of like your DNA and trying to do things correctly, right? So those degree of freedom and it will potentially fall. So this AI is just to simulate the potential folding directions with like a 300 something, yeah, like a 3 powered 300 something, that types of crazy numbers. So this is more like an importing DeepMind. It's called AlphaFold. AlphaFold has AlphaFold 1 and AlphaFold 2. And today, I think we just use the AlphaFold, the normal one. So there are a lot of different models. If you are interested in seeing the original model, you can take a look. And also they have like different weights, right? So pretty much this is a data training thing that allows people, if you are a person whose background is those like a bioengineering, you might be interested in just download this code, right? Just download this code and follow this instruction, right? And then you can see all the interesting simulation. But I really appreciate that Unity create this one and for us to just try it. Okay, so we can go back to Median. Yeah, so it will create a real-time viewer for 10 different 10 different amino acid sequence to generate the potential folding kind of situation. So yeah, so first we are going to load the amino acid sequence from DeepMind AlphaFold, the PyTorch and TensorFlow. Additional data needed by AlphaFold model, right? So we will load it. And second one is we will render the protein. Okay, so protein, it has a very interesting like a color scheme. Ooh. Okay, so okay. So if you see this, right, it has different, because there are different things, right? For example, they, according to science, right, they have like their different possibilities, and those are the colors that according to those possibilities, and it will color it. So it just ensure that the color of your thing can be more universal. So there's a rules how to color it, right? So later on you can do the execution and by. So pretty much we import the model and we hook up all the other code, and then you can start present, and all the power is pretty much deep mine the AlphaFold do the heavy lifting work. Okay, so if you import the model, you can see there are like a amino acid. It's an array, so it's like a amino acid. It has the number, right? Distance and right. It's like what is the number of inside the sequence? Because when we see Unity, there are a lot of sequence under it. You can see. So this is the number of sequence, and the K is the the XY of it, and the output will be more like the distance. Okay, so after that we can kind of calculate and see the simulation. So runtime reference. So once you import the DeepMind Alpha fold, you can see this is the final stuff. So yeah, so you can see amino acid sequence, the folding prediction using DeepMind Alpha folding AI model. Okay, so let's dive into the Unity, and we will start to see. Okay, so yeah, I have my notes. Okay, let's start to see what's being there, and also I will share with you like the look of the brain. Okay, so this is the man. Man is very important. If you go here, I usually just. This is already pre-made on Unity Hub. Yeah, so you can download it and study it. Okay, so you get in, right? And the interesting is that once you click it, this code pretty much is the one that will execute. So man. So if you go to main code, right? So main code has the brand, right? If you want to see the brand, you click this, and this will have this. And this is a very, very big file. You can download the software called, what's this name? Neutron. Yeah, it's called Neutron. Okay, so you can get in and, okay, so for example, input, right? If you are very interested in understanding of how a large language model works, and you like to read all those like a very low level types of coding, you can take a look at inputs, any convert, any kind of doing something and just start normalize. Yeah, so it gets through a lot of process to come up with this giant model. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, so this is a very, very big model. When I loaded it, it even asked me like, this is a very, very big model. Are you sure you want to load it? Yeah, so see, it's just endless, like it's something like that. And it's just keep training, keep adding, and keep training. So you can see it's a very large model. Compare with the previous we show you, like the previous one are not as huge as you thought. This one is huge. You see, it's just keep expanding. Yeah, and until the end. Okay, so this is the AlphaFold V1 types of folding. kind of like an AI thing. Okay, so let's go back to Unity code. And they have a lot of code. You can kind of dive in and take a look. Today, I will just share with you the normal code. And if you want to learn Unity Sentis, you can go to the documentary and take a look. Okay, so okay, so this is the main class which load the features of the protein, then applies the AlphaFold model, and then multiply windows crops to get distance matrix of protein. So pretty much all the protein, because it will fall into types of like a very wild degree, and the distance might be the one of the very important metrics to predict the protein folding ways or directions. And the distance matrix give the distance between any two amino acids on the protein. Okay, so yeah, so this is kind of using AlphaFold 1 and AlphaFold 2, something like that, to predict. Okay, so first we need to put our model asset. And if you are very interested to learn how to import model, let me share with you this one. Unity Sentis AI. Okay, so if you are very, very interested in doing this document, okay. Introducing this one? Oh, probably not. It's a blog. Documentation. This one. Okay, so Sentis overview before we mentioned a couple of times, but if you are very interested, you can take a look of all the documentation, especially when you wanna import a models. So what you have to do is you, I remember there's a import model file. Okay, so there are some kind of step-by-step you can load a model, and also there's a set of rules how you import model and what's your operators, right? So those are very interesting parts that you can take a look. Okay, so this is pretty much follow the rules of this. Okay, so first we import the model. Onyx is the brain of AI model. I just wanna put this the brain of AI model. iWorker, right? You put an iWorker. What's iWorker? You can take a look. And all those, this is the kind of like a formula how to import a model. And AI model pretty much do the heavy work. So iWorker, if you don't know, is an interface that allow you to execute neural networks models. iWorker abstracts implementation details on different hardware devices such as CPU and GPU. iWorker lets you to do the following: specify inputs, schedule the work, and get outputs. So this is very important. It kind of create another, I would say, parallel working space, because in Unity it's using runtime update. Unity using update system. But for AI, if you want to create AI, it use another space called iWork, so it can run simultaneously, not disturbing. Okay, static ops, right? Okay, so static ops, yeah, and then allocate, right? You pretty much, this is the thing that is in DeepMind, AlphaFold types of stuff. So you can kind of get in and see the window size. In GitHub for AlphaFold, it has a zip file for all the models you can download, and putting on top of it, you can put the colors. So you can pretty much load the model, right? And then you create, we use GPU. Yeah, because GPU, it runs fast, and yeah, it's better. So you can use those, and yeah, and home button click, you just click home button and you can go back, right? This serves more like the high level of controlling the entire interface. So close module. So you can see all this control set active. Yeah, so those are pretty much pre-made, and there are a lot of stuff that you might need to dive in and take a look, how you can create something that all the data inputs, outputs sync with the DeepMind's AlphaFold AI model. So those are pretty much more like that. Yeah, pretty much I would say TensorFlow, or yeah, TensorFlow is a set of array. It just tell it how this should work. Bunch of arrays. Okay. Calculate how many steps we'll need to cover the whole sequence. Yep, those are the math. Store the starting position of each window. Okay. Yeah, it's just like a don't generate something outside of the window, pretty much. And we need this calculation, the main distance and array of distance of something. Okay, so which means that for each amino acid sequence, there are a distance that is this distance. It's pretty much, it's a very small, the reporting is very small, so it's kind of doing this. Okay, so yeah, I'm also trying to figure out. So so you can see those are the probabilities that it can flow, and using array is the quickest way, or the quickest way for computer to generate all the probabilities. Okay. Run the network. Okay, so wow, this is more like a TensorFlow thing. Yeah, so you can dive in and take a look if you are you want to learn more. Today I just walk you through why we need this, and also how it works. And pretty much I would say the AI model do the heaviest lifting. And also, if you want to see this, I remember this one is also another one that is important. Okay, so amino acid, right? You can see there are different streams, right? System stream. Those are different streams, and those are the short name. Those are the name for amino acids. Yeah. And those are different colors that we used, right? And those are the colors that's online. So we can kind of name it and also color it. And there are a lot of different folding, for example, folding proteins. Yeah, so pretty much when you click different box, it's a different amino acid sequence, and it will run according to DeepMind, the brain onyx, and then to generate some different potential folding and according to the distance types of things. Okay, so distance folding, protein molecule up to match the distance. Yeah, so it has like, it seems like a distance is a very important element. Distance matrix is very important thing for this alpha model and for protein to predict how it should fold. Okay, so yeah, so okay, so not only the top one need an onyx, and this one has onyx as well. So it just keep doing it, and it has 16,4, number of amino acids in the sequence. So it has like the array of the number of arrays. Yeah, so I'm just okay. So yeah, there are some proteins. Oh yeah, so output image is the left image, and the distant image is the right hand image. So those are indicators for you to understand how it works. So for example, like yeah, you click it. This is the certain protein. And yeah, so you see amino acid sequence, right? So those are different amino acid, like each one is like a different amino acid, right? And it has 72. So it's a kind of relevantly very small one. And you can see the number goes down, which means it's closer to the real probability. And you see like those are the distance, and the distance matrix is the crucial point for amino for the AI to predict the amino folding probability or prediction. Okay, so you can see this thing is keep like a doing its magic, and it's like it's the same protein, but it can fold kind of different ways. So for example, you see like this looks like this, right? So remember how this looks. Okay, so let me click it again, and it will look different, right? It look different, little bit different. So yeah, so this is like a very interesting way to predict each possibility folding, and whether this is a good folding or not so good folding or something. This requires somebody who is expert to determine whether this is right or wrong, or some potential disease or some potential opportunities to get some, I don't know, some medicine thing. So yeah, so those are kind of the way that I want to introduce you for this, and you can kind of dive into this. And if you are very interested in this, or if you are kind of a pharmaceutical or bioengineering types of company, very interested in using it, you can download Unity from GitHub, and just just click and play and see if this stuff kind of you're interested. So you see the number is going down, right? The lower the better. So we just keep let it run, and start kind of doing its magic. Yeah, cool. And the number keep going down. And those are the distance are the metrics to define how it falls. Okay, thank you so much. I hope today's thing kind of help you to take a look of Unity, Sentis AI, and the upcoming. I think the next week, what I wanna share with you is how to import Hugging Face AI into Unity and do some fun stuff. So yeah, so this is the upcoming one. So stay tuned. And I really like this types of, it feels like a piece of art, even though and I like the color. I know that color probably not existing in the real one, but it's just very beautiful. It's like a ribbon or spaghetti in different colors. It's very beautiful. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you so much. And now I am like taking questions. Yeah, today is a short one. Yeah, okay, so let me see if there's any questions. Yeah, if you have any questions, anything, feel free to just post so I can see it right now. So this is the question time. Okay, so let me see. Anybody has any questions? Oh, I probably need to switch to another camera so you can see me. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, any questions? Okay, let me see. Support I've used. Yeah, okay, so I think, let me take a look at my phone. If you see I am looking at my phone, it means that I'm checking people's feedback. Okay, so can you tell us about Vuforia? There are tons of things on Vuforia, and I would say Vuforia is more, you see, like you use image control, right? And you use your phone and scan images. Vuforia, I probably will share with you some YouTube videos. As for Vuforia, I would say it's more like AR types of things, right? You can put things. 5 years ago, I demonstrate Euphoria, so you can definitely dive into the videos that 5 years ago. The thing part of me is that I like this at this moment, I like to do AI and spatial computing, spatial AI combine and solve industry problems. And my goal right now is to help you to uh, import Hugging Face, language model, import into Unity. And right now we are focusing on the AI part. Yeah, because it's such a huge field. And once we kind of combine those, right? And if you go to Hugging Face, let me share with you Hugging Face. Hugging Face. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. Okay, if you see this, there are so many interesting models on Hugging Face, right? So right now, what I can do is I will dive into some interesting models and I will teach you how to import those models in, right? I mean, I can tell you I'm still learning. So each week I'm learning new things with you and I am more like sharing with you what I find. So you see, you can see depth, image classification, object detection, image to text, image to videos. I think people who train the model do the majority of work. And what we do is more like implement those stuff in import into Unity. That's our job. That's what we do. But at some point, if you you are interested in training your own model, yeah, you can pretty much do all the model training. And slowly we will get into how to train your own model, right? And my goal is to start with the healthcare sections. So around, I will start the first podcast episode, which is called So Far Temporary Code Bridging the Gap. How spatial AI can help different industry to bridge their gap. As for me, as far as I discover right now, you see, for the education part, right? For Vuforia, Ardia, I think I will later on post a lot of um, YouTube videos about Vuforia. Those are amazing YouTube videos. You can pretty much just, watch it and you learn everything from it. I think for me, the reason why I do LinkedIn Live is more, this is experimental. There's not many people, I mean, probably there are tons of engineer working on this, like a Unity AI, right? Partner, combine and see what's the possibility. But I find out not many people share online. So the main goal for me is to do AI, XR, or spatial computing. And those two can combine into another term called spatial AI, and use spatial AI to solve different industry problem. And there will be podcasts pretty soon coming up, which I interview a lot of industry leaders in different field. And together we come up with solutions for the industry problems. And for you as an XR creator, you can definitely look up, you learn the Skillshare, right? You know how to do the AI and computer vision, Unity, you can create a very interesting combination of solutions, and also tailors to different, and the podcast serves as, for example, every week I will interview different types of people from different fields. So you can learn something that is totally not XR, right? For example, like, how nurse training, right? Or how doctor, how patient, when they visit doctor, what's their response, or how other, how are the problems existing in the medical field that need a spatial designer or XR creator to jump in to help them. So instead of, for example, if you are looking for opportunities, looking for jobs, instead of you are applying, sending out resumes and trying to find a job, we or XReality Pro, or what I've been doing is helping you to create your own product, right? Yeah, I mean, this is a hard time to get a job. So I think what I'm doing is to, because there are a lot of sections, field needs spatial AI. And all the XR creators are trying to find a job in the game industry. So it feels like there's a blue ocean out there that needs spatial AI designer or creators. So for me, my goal is to give you the skills, help you with the skills, and also tell you which way to go. So we can help those too many XR creators or upcoming creators to, to direct them to go to the right place. And so everyone prospers, and everybody, people has job, right? For example, like XR creator will find things to do, right? And also industry, a lot of digital gaps, especially in healthcare or retail or financial or military. I don't know, we will have a series of interesting conversation. And I can tell you that right now I reach out to people. People ask me, do you know dental? And I say, I don't really know. And the person even said that, I don't know spatial computing, or I don't know XR either. I said, that's great. That's, having a podcast and chat about the potential opportunity. This is the upcoming episode or upcoming podcast. And also before I've been hosting speaker event for since 2017. I enjoy it because I just open Zoom and I listen to what's XR about, right? I'm learning XR. But now I find out that, you see, like right now, a lot of creators are starting to share the skills. So I don't like duplicate what other people's doing, but I like to do something that is missing, and also is something that has potential to really help people. And I find out this is amazing because personally I have ADD and I love learning new things every week. So this Skillshare and also upcoming podcasts will also help me to learn different things and explore the opportunities. So yeah, so that's, stay tuned. And if you want to support me, because I saw some people want to support us, by supporting us for different tiers of membership. Yeah, so we have like a $5, 15, 25. The 25 version, you can get a Zoom link, which means you will be in the same link. You will be in Zoom with me, and you can ask questions directly. And all the tiers, you can get source code. So just get in here and support us. And meanwhile, if you want to learn, well, this is If you want to learn spatial design, I just launched a book, Spatial Design Breaking the 2D Paradigm. It has 10 design principles. If you want to see, we have someone who is very kind helping us spread the word. So you can see we got all the concept, all the spatial design concept login. So yeah, thanks again for watching today. And last minute check. Anybody has any questions? Okay, so can you tell us about, can you share us about tutorials of Unity AI? Yes, I will do it. And support us on Patreon, and you can see a lot of the recorded video. And recorded video is pretty much on YouTube. Yeah, so this one I focus on spatial AI, how spatial AI can solve industry problem, or how can we do pretty much more like a Unity AI and spatial computing. I personally think XR is a genre. It's a visualization. And a lot of field doesn't really need XR. I've been doing XR for a long time. And when I see medical, some medical, they only need image recognition or 2D scanning to predict. They don't really need 3D. So I start rethinking about maybe we are not focusing on the technology, that part. Like, for example, we don't focus on, oh, everything has to be mixed reality, right? We don't have to do that. But how can we use whatever spatial AI is, or just AI, or some potential opportunities? We don't really have to stick on that technology, but we have to stick on how can we use the technology to solve problems. And we need to know what's the problem, right? So the podcast will help you to learn. And since that will be my first time to kind of interview podcasts live on LinkedIn. So at the beginning, it might not be perfect. I might trying to figure out what's going on. And that interviewer might trying to figure out how to, because it's totally different strength and totally different area. And I can tell you, I'm listening to a lot of healthcare podcasts and also Audible to prepare for the upcoming interview. And before March 30th, it's all speaker event. But after March 30th, it will be a series of interesting industry interviews. And that is experimental, and I hope you will enjoy it. And for the next one, what I will teach you is how to create a game that using text. Import from Hugging Face, text, right? You can, it's pretty much a Hugging Face Unity preset model. Because for me, I'm still learning, so I will learn from existing project, and slowly from existing project, and we slowly get into how to import it on your own. And later on, we will start working on something. Maybe there's a potential for spatial AI or just AI. I would say I would be flexible about either only AI or spatial AI. It doesn't really have to be XR. So yeah. So this is the goal, and there are so many interesting AI out there, right? Text to audio. Yeah, so yeah, robotics, right? And right now I saw a lot of like my LinkedIn feed, a lot of people wearing the headset and interact with virtual object and trigger the real world object. For example, I switch the light in virtual switch, but the physical light or the light in your real world will light up. Yeah, I want to learn something like that. That would be really cool. It's like a magician. You toggle something not even in the real world, but every data sync together. Yeah, I think it's probably the future IoT, Internet of Things, or some part of the data they sync from virtual world and physical world. So I think this year, I hope this types of spatial AI solving the industry problem, that types of Skillshare will help you to break into not only the spatial AI industry, but also help you to, maybe you don't have to find a job. maybe you can just, create your own job or create your own careers, finding the opportunity, create the right thing. Okay, thank you so much. And this is for today. And I hope you enjoy it. And if you are interested in learning more, support us on Patreon. You can get Zoom link and you can talk to me directly. And if you are interested in learning the 10 principles of spatial design, and you can take a look of somebody kind of a screenshot, and you can just take a look and see those, I believe those spatial kind of principles will help you learn it. Okay, thank you so much. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.